Hello, people. I have a nice living. It's not cold, but sugar. Right, so welcome to the first GG reviews that we've done in like ages. I thought I'd film this relatively quickly because I've literally just got home from seeing Suicide Squad, and it's fresh in my mind. So let's start off with the obvious warning. I don't intend to go into any great detail about the story because it's not that in depth, but there will be spoilers. So, first off, did I like it? I actually kind of enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I was talking to my sister in the car on the way back, and it's definitely not like, it's not going to go down in history as like one of the best superhero movies ever, for definite. But I didn't hate it. I really enjoyed it. I think probably the only thing that I would say I definitely did not like at all was Jared Leto as the Joker. He just did not need to be there. He didn't have that much screen time, which was good, but the way that they did him, like, I can get where Jared Leto was coming from. He was trying to do this like hyper realistic, like actually mentally ill version of the Joker, and I totally get that. But one of the things that people love about the Joker and love about his character is that he's an absolute psychopath, but there's a certain amount of like whimsy behind him, you know? Like if you look at like original Joker, like cartoon Joker, Mark Hamill Joker, you like him. He's evil, he's the bad guy, but you like him, and there was absolutely nothing to like about this. Don't get me wrong, this is not bashing Jared Leto at all. As far as like pure acting goes, he did a really good job, a really, really, really good job, and I tip my hat to him. However, it just wasn't the Joker. It wasn't, I'm sorry. Other than that, I don't think there were really anything else that sort of really stuck out as like a big negative for me. Oh yes, Killer Croc. I actually kind of liked Killer Croc. I thought he was quite funny. Rich wasn't as big a fan of him as I was. But the only thing I will say is he needed to be so much bigger. Like, he literally just looked like a man that they had painted to look like a crocodile. That was it. It was a man in crocodile makeup, and Killer Croc is meant to be like this massive person, this massive animal that's meant to be like 3 times the size of a regular man. And it just didn't come across, and it did him a disservice, because I thought the guy who played Killer Croc, I can't remember his name, but he did it really well. It was a likeable character. I liked Killer Croc. He was probably one of the really sort of surprising big plus points for me. But he just wasn't big enough. It's the same gripe I have with Wonder Woman. Nothing against Gal Gadot. She was alright in Batman vs Superman, but you're playing an Amazon, love. She's meant to be like taller than the tallest man, so sorry. It's not my thing. And then the final sort of negative I would say, give me a second. The final negative I would say would be the relationship between Flag and Enchantress. I thought them as actors, like Cara Delevingne as Enchantress and as June, really, really good. Can't remember the guy's name, but I first saw him in The Killing. I didn't watch all of it, Rich watched all of it, but I watched certain parts and he was really good. But both of them individually were fantastic, but there was just like the whole point of how Waller is able to control Enchantress and how she's able to control Flag is because of how much he loves June, and that just never came across to me, really. The chemistry between the characters just wasn't there, personally. Other than that, there were no other sort of major negatives for me. It wasn't amazing, it was by no means bad. Now, plus points. Harley Quinn, quite obviously. The voice wasn't quite right. Like, you could tell she was trying to do like a proper like put-in Harley Quinn voice, and there were moments when it was spot on, but it was just a little bit. There were times in it where it just wasn't quite there. But the general like characterization of her by Margot Robbie was amazing. absolutely loved it. Don't know if she could carry an individual Harley Quinn movie, but like as an addition in the film, she was fantastic. Will Smith as Deadshot as well, not as bad as I thought it would be. That was one of the castings that I was really worried about, just because Rich and I are really big fans of the Arrow TV show, and the guy who plays Floyd Lawton in Arrow is just like the perfect casting, absolutely perfect. And so I think if you compare the two against each other, for me, Will Smith will lose every time. But as like a standalone, again, much better than I thought it was going to be. I was very nervous about that casting. Diablo as well. Oh my god. I loved him. Absolutely perfect. The way they sort of progressed his character and his sort of pacifism towards not wanting to join the fight, and then when he did eventually go up against Enchantress's brother was amazing. Really big highlight for me. And again, I can't remember the name, but the guy who plays him, like, bravo sir, bravo. And Batfleck was in it for like all of 2 seconds, which was okay. I'm not as anti Ben Affleck as I thought I would be. I didn't think he was that bad. It's kind of like Jared Leto in The Joker, you know. He wasn't awful. I personally don't see him as a Batman. Like, you know, when I think Batman, I think like Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, Adam West. But no, Ben Affleck's not really in there. Same with Jared Leto. You know, I don't think I'll be sort of remembering him in years to come as a great Joker performance. But all in all, I would give the film probably a solid 6.5 out of 10. I really hope they don't try and make a franchise out of it, because I don't really think they can carry this past just one movie. If they try to make it into a 2 and 3, I think it's gonna go downhill, and they're gonna lose any little saving grace they've been able to get from this. But as far as DC movies go, I give it a big thumbs up. Don't go into it expecting too much, but definitely go and see it. Yeah, I think that's probably all I have to say on the matter. It wasn't amazing, but I didn't hate it. I enjoyed myself. It was a fun day out. Right, so that was that. Hopefully we're going to get back into more GG reviews soon. I'm hopefully going to be getting an actual camera soon, depending on how things pan out. So quality on the iPhone will greatly improve. Also, the response to my drawing videos have been really cool, so thank you for that. Expect to see more of those, and more hair stuff as well. I'm going back to my roots. See what I did there? Right, I'm going to go finish this ice cream and have a nap, because I've got like 6 hours left of my day off, so I'm going to spend it in my pants on my laptop eating a nice lolly. See you later, bye.